I'm going to put up some files. Now there's a couple of files I prepared earlier and I'll make a folder for them. Let's call it exam, and we're going to put a couple of things in there where we've got two files that we want to put up. As you can tell from the names, we want to make one available now and the other one we want to keep secret. Now at the moment, by default, they both have this green tick beside them, and as you can see that says published. So for the one that I want to keep secret, I would switch it to Unpublish, update, and that's making it unavailable. The alternative though, for an exam or something where we know when we want the students to have it, is that we choose this and we don't have to remember then to make it available. So that way we can say that we know the exam is going to be in, let's say, December on the 5th, and we'll put in a time because we already know the time, and we put it in at working hours because then they can get support if they need it, and we don't need to worry about when it's available until. So we'll just click update, and now we have a little calendar icon, and that's telling us that this is not published at the moment, but it will be published on that particular date, and we can always remind ourselves what that date is in that way, or we see it on hover. That might seem like a lot of fuss. Let me turn it off. We'll go back to publish, update it. Now let's have a look at putting this one, which could be just some instructions about an exam or a previous paper. We'll put that in a page. Let's hop over, make a page. And we might then click insert, document, course documents, because we've uploaded it already. And we're going to tell them to read this file. We'll do save and publish. And I'm going to switch to student view. Open the new tab. And if I open the new tab, I'm seeing the file number. Let me experiment with a different number, something like that. Nothing there. That's okay. Let me experiment with, instead of going one up, I'll go one down. And now I found the other file, which, as we remember, we wanted to keep secret. So that is a real problem there. And I just did it by experimenting with the number, because I had one that started off ending in 6.1. And that's the file we have there. And these files went up together, so they just got consecutive numbers. So I suppose it went in alphabetical order. So this one starts with M, and the other one starts with K, so it's got the earlier number. So keep this secret, but the point is that the student can just experiment. Or a student who liked programming could figure out a program that just tested all the numbers and download it. But what we really don't want to do is to have this as a loophole, because it could be quite important information and we just wouldn't even know. So that would really mess things up. Let's leave student view and see if we can fix this. And the way we want to do that is to hop back into the files here, exam folder, and the real problem was that the thing we wanted to keep secret was only obscured. We had other options like unpublish or schedule availability, or only make it available to students with the link. Now of course that one wouldn't really prevent them from guessing it. It has this little crossed-out eye icon, so you might, seeing that icon, think that it cannot be seen by students. Should we try again? Let's have a quick look. So that's the one we want them to see, and if we open it in a new tab, what we're seeing is the file itself, and that's fine, so far so good. But if we just go up here and switch that to 0, we are again seeing the file that should be secret. So that's still the same problem. And if we switch over to files, it actually has this slightly misleading icon. So we really need to unpublish it or schedule availability. For an exam, it makes a lot of sense to schedule availability. So we just hop over and schedule the availability for a particular date. And don't forget the time. So we schedule it for a certain time. I say 13 is unlucky, but not as unlucky as not putting anything in here and leaving the students to experiment. So click Update. And there we go. Hop back to Student View. Let's just double check that this is working. Open it in a new tab. Here it is in the new tab. And now we find that the file is locked until a certain date, and it gives us that information